Welcome back to the show, everybody. My name is Adam, and we are talking about 3 games that we wish we had when we grew up as a kid that we discovered later in life. And I'm going to talk about those 3 games in just a second. But before we get to that, let's talk about today's sponsor, Cheetah Cheeseburgers. Mouth-watering, delicious. Pick yourself up one today. Look at that cheetah. He's just having the time of his life. Don't you want to be like this cheetah right here? Pick up a Cheetah Cheeseburger. Use promo code RetroAdam, cheesy goodness, and get 50% off your first burger. Okay, so today we're talking about 3 games we wish we had as a kid that we've discovered later in life. So the first one I want to talk about is Dr. Mario. Now, Dr. Mario is a puzzle game where Mario throws the pills down. It's kind of like Tetris, somewhat. The pills come down, and then you got to make a connection of 4 to get rid of the viruses. So you need like 4 blue in a row, horizontal or vertical. They need to connect. And when they destroy the virus, some of the pills will fall down, and then you can make combos as they fall down. So if it connects into another 4, whether it's vertical or horizontal, then those ones will get destroyed, and then it'll just keep going. It's one of those games, like, the more you play it, the more fun it becomes, just because, like, you just get better and better at it, right? It gets more and more addicting, especially in 2-player mode. So when you're facing another opponent, you can actually send like garbage pills towards their screen if you do a combo. So it can get pretty intense when you're going back and forth trying to send those garbage pills at each other. And I play this game a lot with my fiance now, and she had never heard of the game. We started playing it more and more about 6 months ago, and now she's like, I think she's even better than I am now. Right now we're playing like the N64 version, and that version has a few different modes, like score attack. You can do 4-player, multiplayer, co-op, that kind of stuff. So that's a cool version. I also like the Super Nintendo version. I think that one has the best music. And it's got a versus computer mode as well, which is also a lot of fun. The second game is Puzzle League. Actually, it's got 2 names. It's called Tetris Attack and Puzzle League. The reason I think they called it Tetris Attack when it first came out on the Super Nintendo was because they were trying to hop on that Tetris train and just get people talking about it and to see, oh, it's Tetris, like, I gotta pick it up. But it's actually Puzzle League, so I guess they changed the name later on. But the ones I really like, I like the Game Boy one, which is very similar to the Super Nintendo one. And then the Super Nintendo one, that's one I just picked up recently. And so it's essentially, it's a puzzle game. And then what you do is you swap tiles back and forth, and you try and make a combo of 3 of the same. And at first I thought you were supposed to like just do it as fast as possible. So I wasn't really playing the game correctly. It's more about getting the combos. So you can play the game and just kind of quickly like tick, 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 like, get rid of the pieces really quickly. That's easy. But trying to get the combos is where it's much more difficult, and it's much more satisfying to get those combos. So there's a bunch of different modes you can play in that version as well. There's a mode called like garbage mode where you send to your opponent pieces that will fall down if you get some good combos. So you can do like a combo of 5, you can do a combo of 4. If you just do a 3, like a generic 3 combo, then no garbage gets sent. So you want to get those like extra combos. But that's another game. So if you keep playing that one, you slowly get better and better. And it's much more fun once you realize you try to get the combos as they're falling. So you make a 3 combo, and then as a piece falls, then it creates another 3 combo or 4 combo, and then it just keeps falling down. Like, it gets crazy how high you can go with those connections. And that has a cool versus mode as well. So you kind of like, kind of like Street Fighter, where you just play the different characters. It's the same kind of thing. You just go on to the next character. It gets harder and harder. You can choose the difficulty. And then there's like a line clear mode where you just try and clear it. It gets faster and faster as the pieces move up, and then you try and clear as many tiles as you can once you reach. There's like a certain line you got to reach, and that's line mode. And then there's like endless mode. I think there might have been one other mode, but that game can get very intense as well in versus mode. So check that one out if you like puzzle games. That one I've been playing a lot of recently. And the last game I want to talk about is Wario's Woods. Now, this is a game, I think this was actually one of the last games on the NES that came out. And it's another puzzle game. You're Toad, and you're running around, kind of like almost like Super Mario Brothers 2 kind of style. like you're walking around, you can pick stuff up. And so essentially what it is, so you're Toad, you're walking around, it's another puzzle game. There's pieces that are falling down. You need to make a connection of at least 2 with a bomb. So a bomb will come down, you pick up the bomb. You can do it diagonal, horizontal, vertical. You connect them, they explode. The little, whatever they are, the little monsters you're trying to get rid of. It gets super crazy difficult. Like you want to try and quickly make as many connections as possible because there's a bunch of crap falling from the sky. And so you want to get rid of them as quickly as you can. But if you make a connection of 4 plus a bomb, then it creates a diamond or a gem or whatever. And if you connect that with the color that it's associated with, so like green, yellow, red, whatever, then it gets rid of all the monsters of that color. So it can get like, you want to get those gems and diamonds right away so that you can get rid of the other monsters as quickly as possible. So that has like a marathon mode where you just kind of go in through the levels, and there's like 200 levels or something. I don't know, like Super Nintendo and the NES version are a little bit different. The graphics are better on the Super Nintendo version, and there's a versus mode. But I like the Super Nintendo version a bit more just because there's more buttons too for what you want to do. Because I know I'm kind of sounding like I'm all over the place here, but it's super fun game. You got to try it. So you can like, as Toad, you can like kick the monsters back and forth, the bombs, and then you can also like jump to the top of the column that you're carrying, because you can carry like 4, 5, 6 monsters or bombs at a time. And then you can jump to the top. You can pick them up, and then as you're holding them and falling, you can make a connection of a diagonal, horizontal, vertical, whatever. So yeah, it's crazy. Super, super crazy. It can get very intense, especially if you're playing against the computer too. So you're trying to get rid of your monsters as quickly as possible on your column. So yeah, that is one I really highly recommend you check out as well. I'm still playing through it right now. There's like 200 levels or something in the Super Nintendo version. And there's also like a time trial as well that you can try and get rid of the monsters as quickly as possible. And it's got like it saves your score or whatever. So yeah, check out Wario's Woods. Those are my 3 games that I wish I had as a kid. I would have loved those games. So yeah, Wario's Woods, Puzzle League, Tetris Attack, or whatever you want to call it, Dr. Mario. Yeah, I would love for you guys to tell me in the comments, tell me at least 3 games that you wish you had as a kid that you found later in life. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, what games you found that are just incredible for you. And just, yeah, let me know. I really want to hear your thoughts on that. Yeah, that's basically today's video. Thank you for tuning in. We'll be seeing you on Friday. Thursday, you're not going to want to miss this video. I go to my buddy's place, and he's got this massive NES collection. That's going to be tomorrow's video, so get ready to check that out. It's going to be awesome. I also have him on the podcast on Saturday. So a lot of cool videos coming up. What did you think of my Battletoads video? I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But otherwise, thanks as always for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on Friday. Take care.